Hi, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast. As the owners of Hired Hand website software, we've been developing websites and creating internet marketing strategies for livestock breeders for the past 10 years.
The majority of our customers are involved in the breeding of registered animals, such as Texas Longhorns, Highland cattle, horses, and white-tailed deer, where the pedigrees are very important. The From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast examines many of the differences in raising pedigreed livestock for maximum profit. Join us and learn what we're covering today.
Today we're talking with Bill Hudson of Hudson Longhorns about the Bluegrass Sale that's coming up this weekend in Kentucky. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Welcome, Bill. Thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to do a podcast about the Bluegrass Sale.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie, for having me. We're delighted about being on Hired Hand with you guys today, and we're real excited about the Bluegrass Sale this weekend.
You want to take a few minutes, introduce yourself, and maybe give a little history about Hudson Longhorns for those people that may not know?
Sure. I'm Bill Hudson with Hudson Longhorns. We've been around a little over 20 years now. Time goes by fast, but we've been in the Longhorn business for over 20 years. And we're excited about the business today as much as we were 20 years ago. So my wife, Elizabeth Hudson, manages the Longhorns with us, along with our ranch manager, Mike Willinger. And we're from Southern Indiana, and where we keep a herd of about 200 females. The Bluegrass Sale is done in conjunction with our business partner and good friend, Valentine. And we've been doing the Bluegrass Sale for over 10 years here in the Kentucky area. We started down in Bowling Green, Kentucky, back when Joe Valentine was still alive. And we had a few sales down there. Then we moved it to Lexington, where we're having it this weekend.
That's quite the history you have with Longhorns, because I think you were a part of a few other sales as well. So hosting sales is not something unfamiliar to you. It's very familiar.
No, we started this. I got in 2003, and Joe and I and Lorinda did our first sale, the Legacy Sale, back in 2005. So we got my whole life's work has been about marketing. So I love marketing Longhorns. It's a lot of fun for me. I enjoy marketing them just as much as I do breeding them or raising them. So yeah, we've been doing sales for a long time now.
So speaking of sales, let's talk about the details of the Bluegrass Sale that's coming up this weekend. You want to give everyone the date and the times of the sales?
Sure. It's April 14th and 15th, which is this coming Friday and Saturday. The Friday heifer sale starts at 5:30 p.m. and then the Saturday cow sale begins at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning.
And the location of the sale?
It's in Lexington, Kentucky. It's 4561 Ironworks Pike, Lexington, Kentucky, at the Bluegrass Stockyards. They have a wonderful facility here, real nice, clean, large sale barn. So it's a great place to have a cow sale.
I might even venture out to say that this is probably the nicest sale barn that I think any sale is probably held in. It's a really great facility.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Millennium Futurity held it there last year, and I think they're going to do it again this coming year. I'm not positive about that, but we feel like we found a home here for this Bluegrass Sale for sure. It's a great facility.
Yep. So I know we mentioned the date and the time of the sales. Do you want to run down the full schedule of events?
Sure. The cattle arrive on Thursday. On Friday morning, we're doing this in conjunction with the Bluegrass Futurity. And they have a huge futurity, and it begins Friday morning at 9 o'clock. And that will go all day Friday, and it will end just before our sale. We'll have a cocktail hour from 4:30 to 5:30 on Friday. And then the heifer sale begins at 5:30 p.m. And then the Saturday, I think they'll wake up and do the bulls for the futurity Saturday morning, probably at 8 o'clock. And then we'll have our cow sale at 10 a.m. on Saturday. And we should all be wrapped up, ready to go home by 2 o'clock.
Sounds like a fun, busy but fun weekend.
Yeah, it'll be a blast. It was fun last year, and it's even bigger and better this year. So we're really excited about it. We have a lot of participation.
So for those people that can't make it to the sale, or those people that are at the sale and still have questions and maybe can't locate you or Lorinda, is there anyone else that they're able to contact the day of the sale?
Yeah, Mike Willinger's the guy that knows everything that's going on. I'll put his cell phone number out there. He's my ranch manager, and he's really our program manager. He does so much more than just run our ranch and take care of our animals. He's our breeding program manager. His number is 502-379-1049. And you call him and he'll have the answer to any questions that you might have.
The auctioneer for this weekend, who are you going to have?
Dan Huntington.
For those people that are coming in and delivering cows, who's a good person to contact if they may be running late or need to schedule a different time outside of the drop-off window?
That's a great question. Lee Matthews is Lee and his crew's handling all the cattle in the back. And I can give you his cell phone number as well. That's 270-791-4343. Lee Matthews. He's the cattle handler. And if you're running late or got problems coming in to unload the cattle, just get in touch with Lee.
And do you know who the haulers are this weekend, or if there's any haulers available?
Yeah, we posted Vincent Rapp in our catalog. I know there's more haulers than that available. We just didn't get it printed in the book. So I'm not sure who all is going to be there, but we got plenty of people to help you get your cattle home if you need hauling done.
Yep. And for those people that'll be online, if they're not able to make it in person, we'll be sure to message out the haulers that are available along with their phone numbers as well. So we'll be able to communicate that with them.
That'd be great.
Love what you're hearing? Be sure to check out our Pickup Truck Confessions. It's a video series where we hop in the truck or rental car and interview a variety of breeders about what drives their passion for their livestock, how they got started in the breed of their choice, marketing tips, and more. And now, back to the podcast.
Do you want to talk a little bit about some of the consigners for the sale?
Yeah, we've got interesting enough, we got 36 consigners this year and from 14 states. So we're real excited about that. This is a geographical regional sale that we do here in Kentucky. It's close to our ranch. It's only an hour and a half away for us to drive to meet it, but it reaches out to the people in Michigan, on the East Coast, and even the Southeast. So it's a lot easier coming to Lexington for a lot of people than it is to drive all the way to Texas. But we've had participation from Texas and from the East Coast, from Michigan. Like I say, 14 states are represented, and we have over 30, I think we have 36 consigners in all.
That's quite a few. That's great.
Yeah, and the futurity has 90 participants this year. The Bluegrass futurity has 280 entries, which I think is the largest futurity I've ever heard of in the Longhorn industry, with 90 different ranches participating. So we're really excited about that.
Should definitely be a packed house this weekend.
Yeah, I think so. It'll probably be hard to get a seat.
So let's talk a minute about the consignments themselves. Do you have any updates that you want to give about any of the consignments?
So far, no scratches or any changes. I'm sure there's always some that people bring, but I haven't received that information yet. So right now, I don't know of any scratches in the sale or any updates, but I'm sure there always, every sale has a few changes at the end. We got a lot of feature consignments. Can I share some of those?
Absolutely.
The cover of the magazine's H.L. Pretty Passionate. It's a Hudson Longhorn feature consignment. We're real proud to offer her. She's an 18 model with knocking on 90 inches. I'm not sure what her measurement is, but it's high 80s. And a real lateral horn female and out of a really, really strong cow family. Dave Hoving gave us a great consignment. SDR Van Darling, a beautiful cow, real complete cow. Ann Gravitt gave us a great one. LTL Delta Safari. She's a 16 model, but just a really nicely made cow with good horn. Eaton and Sandy Barhoom gave us Skylar Tough Beauty, really fancy 18 model that we're real proud to have in the sale. Daryl Presley gave us a cow called Rosy Cheeks. Really beautiful twisty horn cow out of Cowboy Tough Checks and the Ace of Roses. So we're real happy to have that one as well. And we just got a catalog full of them. Too many to mention. Chris Hesse gave us a cow called DH Bred to Win. She's an 18 model also out of Bushwhacker Checks and WPR Bound to Win. Just a really great looking young cow. So we're excited. We've got a good, strong lineup of cows and heifers and something for everybody. There's a big variety of different valued cows, different type cows. One of the neat things about the Longhorn business is no two Longhorns look alike. And it's like going into an art gallery. If I walked in with 10 people and asked them to pick out their favorite piece of art, everybody would go to a different painting on the wall. And that's the way it is with Longhorns. You know, people like different things. So I feel like we've got a really nice diversity, a good lineup of strong cattle, and we ought to have a fantastic sale.
So now that we've talked about the sale, do you want to go ahead and talk about the futurity a little bit?
Yeah, this is Johnny Hicks runs this futurity. It's called the Bluegrass Futurity. And he successfully ran it last year. And like I say, this year it's grown to where we have 90 participants, 90 different ranches represented, and 280 entries. So it's just really a big futurity that raises the amount of money, the cash prizes. You know, you get a beautiful belt buckle, a Bluegrass Futurity belt buckle, along with cash prizes. So there'll be big classes and big prize money. So that ought to be exciting for everyone. He's got a great panel of judges. He's using Scott Simmons, Dave Hoving, Ken Morris, Henry Detweiler, and Bruce. I didn't get Bruce's last name, didn't get it written down, so I'm not sure which Bruce we got here, but these other four guys I know well, and they know their cattle well, and they'll do a good job judging this thing. So it ought to be a really, really fun weekend with the futurity.
And just to recap, for those people listening, the futurity starts at 9 a.m. on Friday.
Yeah, Friday, April 14th, 9 a.m. It'll run all the way to cocktail hour at 4:30 and should be ended by then with the heifers. Then they'll do the bulls early Saturday morning on the 15th, April 15th. At 8 o'clock, they'll run the bulls through and we'll start the sale at 10 a.m.
And we know sponsors are very important to every sale. Do you want to mention your sponsors?
Yeah, they're the lifeblood of the sale. We just couldn't make it work without them. So I'm really grateful. We got a nice group of sponsors this year. Leonard New River Ranch. That's the late Tyson Leonard's estate. It kept his Longhorn program going, and they do a wonderful job with their Longhorn program, and we're real happy to have them as a sponsor. Bill and Suzanne Torkelson from Bull Creek Ranch out of Texas. They've been great friends of the Hudson Valentine Sales for a long time and great supporters. We appreciate their sponsorship. We got Dave and Sheila Hoving of Sundown Ranch. They're out of Michigan. Fantastic people, real quality people, and they too we have sponsored and we're grateful. Hoosier Longhorns out of Indiana. It's the Jones family. Great family, great Longhorn program. Hoosier Longhorns, we're excited to have them as sponsors. And yet again, for another year, Trampus and Erica Cook from Bluegrass Longhorns. They're right there in Kentucky. They've been great friends of our sale and great sponsors for several years. We also have Chris Hesse with DCT Cattle Company. Chris is a great guy. The guy has fantastic cattle, only brings really good ones to the sale. And just about any sale he's involved with, he puts in elite cattle. And that's all he raises. And he's a fantastic guy, and we're happy to have him as a sponsor this year. And then finally, last but not least, David and Rose Roberts, Brushwood Rose Ranch. We appreciate their sponsorship and their support. It's their first year sponsor with us at the Bluegrass, and we're grateful to have them on board. So we got a great team of sponsors, and helps us do everything that we do to make the Bluegrass Sale a successful event.
Well, we're excited to be at the Bluegrass Sale this weekend, and we look forward to seeing everybody, as I'm sure you do. Is there anything that we maybe forgot to mention about the sale?
Yeah, Hired Hand's going to be doing our online bidding. Why don't you tell the people how that works?
Yeah, for those people that are interested who can't make the sale and are interested to bid online, if they go to hiredhandlive.com, they'll be able to view the consignments. And from there, there's a link that they can click on to register to bid for the sale. We'll be online usually about 15, 20 minutes or so before each sale starts. And if they have any questions or need help with anything, they can always contact me. My phone number is 319-239-2662, and we'll help them get registered and get logged in so they can bid.
Sounds great. Sounds great. We're excited about the weekend. On behalf of my wife, Elizabeth, and my partner, Lorinda Valentine, the three of us just really enjoy hosting this sale. It's a lot of fun. It's great to see all the Longhorn people from this part of the country get together and unite around these great Longhorns. So it'll be a great futurity and a great sale. And we look forward to seeing everybody there this coming weekend.
Well, thanks again, Bill, for taking a few minutes out of your day. We'll see you soon.
It's my pleasure, Jamie. Thanks for having us on, and we'll look forward to seeing you this weekend.